It's like
Ooh, my
139
nightclub's
or
almost
one.
full. Oh. And there's the modder.
Yep, we've all had that screen before, when your cargo gets blown up. In this case, 111 special cargo crates. This was a $3.3 million sale that was blown up because a modder was in our session. Welcome to the channel, I'm your host Puborama, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the high demand bonus in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Is it worth it to risk your hard-earned time and actual money on the table to possibly have it griefed by somebody that bought an Oppressor Mark II that's level 20 and thinks that the $2,000 they get is actually a good reward? It's an irritating thing, an extremely irritating thing when your product gets blown up. I can tell you that when my 111 crates were blown up, I was not too happy. Thankfully, I was recording, and because it was a modder, Rockstar's probably going to give me that money back as I sent in a support ticket, but sometimes it's not a modder, and you have an Oppressor Mark II that's chasing you, or a laser, or literally anything that has the ability to shoot your Titan out of the sky, shoot your UPS van that you're driving to walk out, deliver the parcel on your front door, get back into the van, drive at a top speed of like 60. Yeah, motorcycle clubs have some extremely painful sale missions. But with that aside, in today's video, I'm going to be talking and giving a detailed explanation into the high demand bonus, how it works, and if it is a smart decision to sell your product in a public session, or after Rockstar added the ability for you to sell your product in an invite-only session, what's the better option? It kind of reminds me of the game of life. Should you take the risky path or take the safe path? That's what we're going to be divulging into today's video. So if you like content like this and you want to see more in the future, please do consider smashing that subscribe button down below. It takes a lot of time to edit these videos, and I do appreciate the support so much on the channel already, but let's get straight into it. First of all, let's take a few steps back before answering that and actually break into how the high demand bonus works and how much extra money you can earn in a full lobby of players. If you don't really care too much about this, I'll timestamp in the video and you can just skip right ahead and hear my answer on if it's worth the risk or not, but let's get into the numbers. Let's start off simple. What is the high demand bonus? How does it work? Basically, the more people you have in your lobby when you are selling product increases the amount of extra profit you will make when you do finish that sale. Rockstar kind of rewards you for being risky and trying to sell your product in a more populated lobby. Where things become spicy is the latest update to GTA Online, being the Criminal Enterprises DLC. Rockstar increased the amount of profit you can make up to 50% in all businesses sold in a public lobby. That is a lot of extra money. The reason this bonus was added was also down to the fact that in the Criminal Enterprises DLC, Rockstar added the ability to sell product in an invite-only lobby. Now this is huge, especially for a lot of solo players, because it's pretty hard to play solo in a public lobby when somebody can just drive up to one of your sitting vehicles and blow it up. And when it comes to like special cargo, if you're selling with less stock, then you're actually losing money, because the more crates you have in a warehouse, the more money you actually make per crate. So it's kind of a losing situation previously. Now, if you're a solo player, it's a great way to have zero risk and still make a huge amount of profit. Rockstar, being a smart company, clearly saw that a lot of players were only going to sell product in invite-only lobbies, so they made the high demand bonus higher. So it's kind of a win-win. If you're a risky player and you want to sell for a lot more money, now you can. But if you want to play it safe, you can also do that, and extremely safe at that. Now let's talk about the important part when it comes to numbers and how much extra money you can make. As I said, Rockstar in the Criminal Enterprise DLC made it up to 50% extra money, but I should point out that it's per player you get paid. So the more people in your lobby, the more money you can make. It's up to a maximum of 25 players. So let me put an example here. The Counterfeit Cash Factory makes $7,350 extra per player. So, if you're in a lobby with 25 players, you're going to make an extra $183,750. That's quite a bit of extra money, judging that your base sale is only $367,000. As I said, it's a 50% bonus from the Criminal Enterprise DLC. If you're selling in a lobby with only 20 people, then you're going to lose $7,350 profit multiplied by the 5 players you've lost, and so on. So, my advice is if you're gonna risk it, you might as well try and find a lobby lobby with 25 or more players to get that maximum 50% bonus. And that goes for every business. So if you're selling special cargo with a large warehouse, 111 crates, then you can make $1.1 million extra profit from each sale you do. That's a lot of extra money. In front of you is an in-depth picture explaining each and every business how much extra money you're going to make per player and how much extra profit you're going to overhead from the amount you've invested in the business. Now, these pictures are not from me. They're from the professional and excellent GTA 5 YouTuber. And if you want to see his video as well, I'll link that in the description down below. Now that we've gotten the nitty-gritty out of the way, we're going to answer the simple question: is it worth it to sell your product in a populated lobby, or should you do it safely? And it's a bit of a conflicting opinion I have. If you are a player that is solo, mostly doesn't have other friends online to help you sell, I would highly suggest to stay away from selling in public lobbies, because let's be real, you can sell solo. In fact, just as an example, you can see here that I did this entire sale mission without a single other player to help me. And I also did this with trucks. If you get in a lobby that's quite chill, you can sell public. What I like to do is I will just put on my Ghost organization, and then once I've delivered the first truck, I will hopefully have enough time to get back to the next one and continue selling like that. But I still believe that if you are a solo player, especially for like motorcycle club businesses, just sell in an invite-only lobby. It's not the end of the world if you lose a little bit of profit. Now, if you have just a single friend online to help you, I would highly suggest to actually sell in online lobbies. And here's why. First of all, if you're doing motorcycle club sales, let's say somebody blows up one of your trucks, guess what? If you leave that lobby, you're gonna get about 90% of the product back, even if your entire truck was blown up and you lost 30% of your product, or even 60%, 2 of your trucks are blown up. If you just leave that lobby, go into a new one, you get about 90% of the value back of the product you had, and you can just sell again. This is also the same case for your bunker. If one of your bunker vehicles gets destroyed, you can still just find a new lobby and get about 90% of your stock back. The reason you only need one friend to help you with any of the sales is down to the fact that, let's say you're doing a motorcycle club, you get the terrible UPS van. Well, it's pretty easy to do because you just have your one friend overlook your 2 vans, you do the first deliveries alone, and then once you finish those deliveries, come back with your friend, and then you both can take off with the other 2 vans. As long as you have one person protecting the other 2 while you're doing your first delivery, then you really only need 2 people to help you out. And that's the exact same thing for the bunker, and the same thing I find for my CEO sales. I do want to point out you have to be a little more careful when selling crates, because if a vehicle that is carrying crates gets destroyed, you don't get the option of getting 90% of your stock back when you join a new lobby, because Rockstar instantly only returns the product you didn't sell. However, you do have an advantage when selling as a CEO, and that is your abilities, specifically Ghost Organization. Ghost Org costs $12,000. You can activate it in the interaction menu, and basically it lets you go off the radar for 3 minutes, not only hiding you, but all of your cargo, which is insane, because I'm going to do the same strategy I just talked about. I'm going to have one of my friends overlooking my cargo, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to deliver the first truck, go into Ghost Organization, and that way nobody can see the trucks, and specifically my trucks. I don't have to worry about me being blown up. Here we go. Ghost Org. So I got 3 minutes. My sale is pretty dang close, but even if you get a 5 crate, I would say that I get around 4 of the crates delivered before I go off the radar. And with my friend covering the other 2 vehicles, it's very easy for me to get to the last location, deliver it, boom, fly over to where my friend's overlooking, and then we both get into the final 2 vehicles and sell it. I have found this strategy to be incredibly effective. In fact, today alone, I sold over $17 million worth of product in my Broke to Billions account. I sold 5 full 111 warehouses of cargo, and the only one I had blown up, which you saw at the beginning of the video, was down to the fact of a modder. So I had no griefers actually get in my way, down to the fact that I went into Ghost Org and the Titan, got most of the deliveries done before Ghost Org even turned off, and when they were already almost done, I was in Sandy doing the last couple, which nobody's in. And when it comes to the trucks, trucks are incredibly easy because of how quick these sale missions are. When it comes to motorcycle clubs, which I did indulge in as well, selling all of my product there, again, incredibly easy. Just have a friend overlooking my product while I'm selling it and then head back over and we both get into the 2 final vehicles and sell them together. And you know what the craziest part is? Even if Rockstar doesn't give me the money that the modder took away from me by blowing up my 111 warehouse worth of crates, my other 4 warehouses I sold gave me $4 million in extra from the high demand bonus. And the crazy part is that the $4 million is double what I would have gotten from my sale in that single 111 warehouse. So even though I lost an entire product worth of stock, I still made more money selling in public sessions. That is just how good the high demand bonus is and why I would suggest to actually think about risking it. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and if you don't feel comfortable selling in an online lobby, the great news is you don't have to anymore. With Rockstar adding the ability to sell in an invite-only session, it's amazing. In fact, I have sold a lot of product already in invite sessions because I don't want to wait for some of my friends to get online, and if I did, I'd probably lose more money than just selling and resupplying my businesses as it is. I saw this comment on another YouTuber's video talking about why they don't like to sell in public lobbies, and I agree to certain points. I used to be a very scared player when it came to selling in public lobbies. I used to be always so scared that some of my cargo was going to be blown up, and that was going to be the end of weeks worth of money grinding. But honestly, I sold $17 million worth of product today, from my CEO buildings to my MC businesses, my bunker, my nightclub. I sold all of my businesses at once today. And I only had one problem, as I said, which was a modder blowing me up. If you have a friend to support you, I would honestly say it's pretty rare to get griefed. You just have to go about it the right way. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As I said, it's up to you. If you don't feel safe selling in a public lobby, there's nothing wrong with that, because for many years I didn't feel safe selling in a public lobby. But at the same time, I just feel like the 50% bonus is such a large bonus that it's honestly worth the risk. Either way, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.